Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Small on the north side is the Wild Hawke, who got Cacowen. Small on the south side is the Blue Moon Von Bolt, we got Leviatanjvl, I think. Either way, let's go ahead and get started. A lot of stuff on this map. It is a 3-base map. One is fully isolated with rivers and oceans. The other one is off the side. One's off the side, which have pipes in for a better escape. East Mountain Roads in the center for recons and all the sort. And calm towers in the corner, which are accessible but more favored to be secured. And both players do start for 1 health recon to spot the 2 bases there. They can play some hide and go seek in the forest as well. Excuse me. I'm getting pickups now. And I just realized something. Didn't I also get hiccups one day and have hiccups like the entire time I was casting? This actually was quite painful. Sorry, I was opening up a drink. Was that Advanced Wars by Web or Days Were in Tiny Wars? I can't remember. I've got a stream of tanks to come in the center, at least by Hawke. Von Bolt has a tank here. Don't know if he's going to go left or right. Let's go north with it. Checks the recon there and has a tank in reserve to protect this tank. So we may see a chain of tanks. Hawke will need to go for another tank to protect the tanks. He goes for artillery and double infantry. Tank will strike tank from 3 defense stars. Tank will push way forward. There's another tank there. At the current rate, Von Bolt will win that fight. Von Bolt has +10/+10, while Hawke has just only +10, +0. And does machine gun down a tank there. This tank push forward, get a good strike on either of these ones, and this one will follow up and get a good strike. You can take down, finish off the 5 health tank, and let the 8 health tank strike them, then reinforce with the full health tank. Another tank there, and this artillery is in position to strike the pipe scene. And Von Bolt's pumping out some more tanks now. Hawke is approaching the comm tower now. Does interrupt the capture. Pulls up the full, tank to the city. So soon we have 2 full health tanks here to double tap the target. 3rd tank in reserve. Tank and infantry. Howdy. I am doing good, you? Does go ahead and take out Hawke's recon there. And Von Bolt's recon is spotted. Good spot there. You'll have to use both infantry units there to find it or get it trapped. That's perfectly fine. Currently the recon is surrounded, at least from this side. Anti-air artillery strike the pipe scene now. Currently has 51 health. And looks like Hawke's tanks are ready to advance. Not any of them decided to go into the forest there. Would be hidden if it goes through this way. Does strike the infantry unit there. Recon spots all 3 tanks, which is quite important. Maybe you should have pushed forward the recon first, then move the tank, because it's better to sack the recon than a tank. And you've got a chain of battlecopters there. Hawke does have an adequate anti-air to help counter. And you've also got the black boat in the center reef there for Von Bolt, while Hawke's is nice and safe in the HQ. Takes out the recon there. He has vision all of these tanks now. Could try focusing one down if you so choose. Artillery strikes pipe scene once again. It's at... For some reason I have trouble highlighting some of these tiles. 3% health, so even infantry units could try gunning it down. Battlecopter. Tank, infantry, infantry. The other two tanks fall back the woods. Looks like they're trying to go for a bit of an ambush, but that would be still just 3 tanks, assuming this one gets annihilated. 4th tank reveals itself. It does get a good strike there. Bolt has a pretty good core of tanks in the center and has a battlecopter nearby. Eagle's gonna have trouble ranging it though. It is surrounded by oceans. We do now have a medium tank there. Does gun down that single tank there. I don't really like this move there by Hawke. Battlecopter heading to the center. There's still a large amount of tanks there. I mentioned this anti-air is exposed, so this tank can strike the anti-air and then let the battlecopter push forward. You could try range the battlecopter zone, but I think that's out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Battlecopter's out of range of the battlecopter. Medium tank does a good strike there. Tank, battlecopter, and tank. Looks like Von Bolt's gonna be falling back there. There's supply there. Artillery in action mode. Von Bolt in serve 107,000. The Hawks has served 97, so starting to fall a bit behind. Von Bolt also has 23,000 income, with 21,000. Still some despicable neutral properties on the map. In fact, this one has not been captured by Von Bolt either. Artillery, tank. Pipe scene does get destroyed. Looks like this one will be interrupted. And fully stopped there. Tank anti-air recon does merge there. However, the artillery is in range of the infantry unit there. Just needs to get a spotter for it. Anti-air does spot it. Battlecopter gets a good shot there, so could use artillery strike also saw the healthy infantry unit there. Does. 4 capture progress remaining, so decides to strike other things because he knows he has another turn to hold on to it. Black Wave can now be summoned. Battlecopter recon tank. This infantry unit quite nicely. The recon does get spotted and gets shot up by the battlecopter. Axel's got shot up by the battlecopter. Recon infantry. Battlecopter tank. Hawke does have this comm tower, but it's likely to be flipped relatively soon. There's going to be a bit of a problem. Battlecopter, anti-air, infantry. Von Bolt's Ex Machina is getting pretty well charged, as well as Black Storm. Ex Machina has higher potential than Black Storm, but also can have lower potential. Black Storm is, of course, very reliable. 2 global damage, nothing wrong with that. 2 global healing, a little bit more less useful, as you would imagine. At least then you would imagine. Ex Machina, however, able to lock down part of the map is quite significant. And losing this comm tower means he'll have plus 30, plus 20, plus 30, plus 10 total firepower bonuses, while Hawke will have just only his natural plus 10. Anti-air will strike the battlecopter. Artillery will strike the tank there, and will receive a follow-up shot there. Does get in range of the artillery there, and both of these are tanks not in range. So it looks like, actually, will Ex Machina strike this flank? There's Black Storm, getting some decent health regen at 147 with his day-to-day. Hawke has taken quite a bit of value advantage right now, but Black X Machina, I think it's going to strike this artillery piece. I don't. Wait, is that enough to draw it? This might be enough to draw it right there. It did not strike over here. It looks like it did strike over here. Okay, hit the large things to the lander, battlecopter, and the medium tank. So good mathematical calculation there. If it would have struck right here, it may have been game over for Hawke. But right now, Vomble has 110. It's hard to evaluate this here until the next turn shows up. We're going to have to wait till the end of his turn overall. Does also interrupt the comm tower capture a little bit. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. And tank. Insert of 127,000. Hawke starts from 154. And that force there did get struck. Does spot the medium tank there. The artillery could advance to the city. Does. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Vomble's turn. Hawke can serve 171. Does strike that tank there. Falls up for the shot there. Medium tank strikes tank. Anti-air infantry. Anti-air. Answer of 143 versus 156, so Vomble's only slightly behind. But he does have both comm towers now, which is very significant to say the least. Infantry recon. Vomble's turn now. Does strike the infantry in there. Both these battlecopters, one's quite damaged or quite low in fuel. Next Black Wave is nowhere near. Same thing with Ex Machina. So I'm push way down center. Hawke has quite a bit of force here. And now Hawke has gone for bomber, infantry, infantry, infantry. At 24,000 income, so as long as it's 2,000 or 8,000 the bank, can go for a bomber, triple infantry, or can go for a neo tank and double infantry regardless. Or no, there's no need for repairs. Neo tank could be struck by multiple sources in the form of battlecopters next turn. Tanks that can follow up for regular shots. Does take a hit there. Does strike the tank and that artillery piece. Medium tank all by its lonesome and basically surrounded there. Bomber still makes way down south. Tank, battlecopter, recon, infantry. Does take a shot there. Decides to push up. Oh, thank you for the follow, and Santa. Welcome to the stream. Tank will strike the artillery there. Bombos push for a good number of battle copters. He does control both comm towers at the moment. Does manage to strike this battle copter there. Black Wave is available, which could be useful this turn. Help heal up his Black Bolt even further. Good damage there and there. And looks like Vulnerable Eyes for a stealth. Medium tank does strike the regular tank there. Ranged artillery, so that's going to give some good power charge for Hawke, as well as for Vulnerable. We'll take out Battlecopter there. Go for value shots there. He's trying to squeeze out Black Wave. Be a good idea. Help nullify this attack a little bit there. Bomber strike medium tank. And here comes the Black Wave. Could use it for more global repairs, but at least Black Boat's up to 5 health. And also, Lander's actually up to 9 health now, which means as it starts getting low on fuel, which has a nice amount of fuel left, you can always go ahead and put it back in the dock there. I suppose you can't see based on how I have the video set up, the recording. But it's 69 fuel left. Ex Machina will soon be available, which could be very deadly. Ex Machina is available. I have no idea where like this going to land. Maybe right here. You can try to do another calculation there with the lander again. Actually, hello. I think it's going to land. It may land right here. Oh, thank you for the follow, Red Halo 3000. Welcome to the stream. It may land on this shore tower there, because it will strike both the Neo Tank and the lander there. And I think that's the most valuable shot. If not, maybe right here? Guess we'll find out. It's hard for me to tell. It landed right dead center. That could be devastating. In fact, it will give him double turn next turn in the center part of the map. 8 here, 8 here. Load some rounds to the Battlecopter. Yes, I do replay casts. If you have any good ones, just go ahead and post the replay number in the stream. I'll take a look at it. I do Advanced Wars by Web every Monday, and of course Days of Ruins version Tiny Wars on Tuesdays. Good shots there and there. Recon heading up north. Absolutely right there. Battlecopter, 1 health Battlecopter takes up 1 health Battlecopter, maybe at 1%. And looks like Vulnerable ends turn of 109,000 on the field versus Eagle's 159, so he still has about 2 turns advantage, maybe 3 turns advantage. And he did flip the comm tower there, so now they're even comm towers. Tank there. Bomber could head up north, at least diagonally. And start rotating the center of the map. So everything down south is basically cleared on up. Does go with another Battlecopter. Infantry, and tank. Keeps 9,000 in the bank, so maybe something expensive next turn? Something tells me it could be another Neo Tank next turn up right here. With the amount of stuff here, War Tank will be way overkill. There's not any medium tanks or even regular tanks that matter this region. So I can see another Neo Tank as a possibility up here. Maybe go for another bomber or stealth for himself. He does. Well, we know Vulnerable has a stealth. Vulnerable goes for a rocket. This part of the area is not on the map is not too bad for rocket. There's a decent number of shores and other hiding spots to protect. This is somewhat the weak side. Generally, I don't want to see rockets unless in defensive situations, and Vulnerable is behind, so he is more defensive right now. Good shot there in the infantry there. Does a bit of merge up there, has 18 capture progress remaining, so these 2 turns and it'll be captured now. 2 more turns. What they could have done was pull back the 1 health infantry unit there, put the 8 health there, start capturing, put the 1 health back on. It's the recon. Neo Tank strikes the anti-air. He's hit the 32,000 income, so you can go for some fun stuff this turn. Probably run a bomber or Neo-Tank. Does go for a Neo-Tank up there. But there's not much left up there to contend with. Battlecopter infantry and base skip. Of all the bases skipped, this is probably the one. Does get trapped there. Rocket heads down to the city, and Stealth takes out the battlecopter. So upon seeing that, Hawke needs to go with his own Stealth or fighter. So he could rely on black waves and black storms to whittle it down a little bit, but it's not like a Drake's. I think that next turn sort of jumped a little bit quick. Let me think about that. So Hawke may want to go for a counter. Does immediately pull out a fighter. Can go for triple infantry this turn. His purchase was already pre-made for him. Hawke, I think Drake's the only one who can somewhat ignore a stealth, just because he just simply pops tsunamis and typhoons to bleed its field even further. So in this part of the map, there is the black boat, so the stealth could push forward, try to go for an easy kill, and then the black boat could refuel it, but he has to be careful about the fighter there, of course. Fighters move, what, 8 range? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So stealth right there would be able to take a free shot there, but it would be very close to the EPC refueling is always a good idea though. Guns down the recon. Another Neo-Tank there, infantry. Bumble has 24 military units in the field, and 151 versus 208 and 35, so he is down a significant amount, approximately 2 turns. Both players are pretty far away from the power and superpower. Black Storm likely to get deployed first, of course. Recon. It does keep 5,000 in the bank, so he could go for something fun as well. Bumble does have 25,000 income. Hawke has 23,000. Interrupts that one. That was expensive interrupt. And only has a 3 health infantry unit there as meat shield, so that's probably won't last very long. Artillery and rock in this region. Both sides have indirects in this region, and neither side can really reach each other. And Neo-Tank for striking Neo-Tank. Yep, I don't think pushing the Neo-Tank forward like that was a good idea. And now the tank is surrounded and bombed and gone. Use the black boat to get a nice bit of repairs there, and this black boat's still on top of the HQ. Fighters just trying to stay out of range of everything, but also trying to zone out the stealth, which is so far doing a good job of that. Bomber and goes for his own fighter there. He went for bomber and stealth, and now needs a fighter superiority. I don't know, did Vomble see the fighter earlier? If not, he has the safe assumption his opponent has gone for it since he made his stealth reveal. Rocket head back down to the forest. Try to rotate the rocket up here. Recon, infantry, and base skip. There's a lot of value there. An Ex Machina would definitely strike right here if there were one. Yes, Hawke just to be careful around Ex Machina, that's very for sure. Because that will effectively lock down part of his army and effectively give his opponent a double turn. Does get some good strikes there. Ex Machina is still pretty far away, so I don't think it's likely to be deployed out this turn. And Hawke, as long as he maintains vision of this APC, he has probably a good idea where the stealth is. Does take out that anti-air there. We've got multiple Neo-Tanks in this region as well as a medium tank. And the medium tank could get a good first strike on that Neo-Tank. Or the bomber, that would work as well. Ex Machina is likely going to be pulled out next turn. Ex Machina is available. Hawke right now has 249,000 field. Vombold has 143, so Hawke has a massive advantage. And I have a feeling Ex Machina is going to strike right there. Or hit a Neo-Tank, a fighter, and a bomber. Oh, look at that formation there. He may be trying to lure it right there. It could strike this Neo-Tank, hit both battlecopters, the lander, and the medium tank. Though it could also strike here to hit the fighter, Neo-Tank, and medium tank. It's hard to say exactly where to land, but there's a possible strike there, but very strong it's going to strike right here. Pulls back the Neo-Tank, pulls back the infantry unit there, trying to influence where it's trying to land. It will reduce the value, how to put it, reduce the value damage dealt if it hits its own units, and miss all of these units. So there's a strong likelihood it landed somewhere in the fog of war. Here or here. It's hard for me to say since the replay does not show you because of the fog of war. Does get some good hits over there. Fighter managed to take out the bomber. Bomber strikes Neo-Tank. Even if it didn't strike here, he's taking a beating here. Stealth gets a good round into the anti-air. He needs to clean up the anti-air, which looks like he won't. His rocket can't really do much more damage to it. Now that stealth will likely go down to this fighter, so having stealth hit the anti-air was a bad idea. And it did strike the Neo-Tank directly, leaving the fighter full capability to pick its prey, whether it be the bomber or the stealth. Probably better go for stealth since it's one asset he can deploy on the field to hit it. Not to mention Black Wave help heal up everything. The Black Bolt is actually now up to 7 health while at it. Multiple good hits there. You can use the anti-air to strike the fighter for a bit of damage, as well as the bomber. A lot of 1 health stuff, but he's not Hawke nor Andy. Hawke ends turn of 219, Vulnerable starts turn of 94. Let's see what he does, but it's pretty looking grim. With 2 M's. Let's get some strikes there, interrupts to capture the comm tower. Tank, infantry, bomber strikes the tank for not even 1%, 10% damage. And does hit the resign there. The sand grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.